Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Tesla. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide target and invalidation levels for the present accounts. Let's get going. So again, starting from the daily time frame, let's take a look at RSI first. We have this good trend line coming down from the all-time highs to these highs over here, and as long as we are below this trend coming down, I'm still considering this whole structure as bearish. Once we break this structure or this trend line here, then we can take a look and have a confirmed area where we have pivoted, and this structure here would be confirmed to be completed. Okay, on 4 hours we have one line here as well. We can see this is again from these highs having a trend line. We broke that through that, so this structure most likely is complete, whatever it is. We have now launched upwards, have gained quite a bit of ground here, 22% already, and yeah, that is massive pump. On 1 hour again, we do have this trend line as well. We are getting towards a really oversold area. We rose so quickly here that the RSI is hard to be keeping up with the price. Now we do not have a divergence here on 1 hour yet. Let's take a look at this here. We do have a slight divergence here on 30 minutes and most likely a bit more here on other ones. Yeah, 15 minutes definitely shows a double divergence here. So I would be expecting some kind of correction downwards here before the next move upwards, if that comes. So let's take a look at the count that we have here. So this is the base we have for this. Again, we had two different ideas. Either this is W, X, or Y, or A, B, C. If we are on logarithmic scale, we get to the 0.85 retracement of this first leg, meaning that we're looking for an ABC correction. On arithmetic scale, we do not get there, so we're looking at WXY. Let's show you this count first. This is a possibility where we have actually completed the whole structure here. So these are on wrong degrees at the moment, but don't mind that. So this could be saying that we have W, X, and Y. The purpose of wave Y is to create another low, which we have already done here. Our previous low for the W was here, and we did create a new low here. So we check that box. The only thing that I don't like about this is again the time it took to create this. This was really strong movement downwards, and it didn't even get to use the 0.618 of time that we had for the W wave here. This is usually a mark that this is not really completed, and instead this is just the start of this. So instead I would like to say that this could be the A wave, and now we would be looking for B and then another correction to C. At this point again we would be looking for C to go lower than the A wave, just as a base. Yeah, that's pretty much that one. Arithmetic WXY. Another count here is again WX looking for the Y wave, and instead of having it as a W here, meaning 3-wave structure, we have 5-wave structure here. That is going to be overall different, as we are looking for a zigzag pattern instead of some kind of WXY or a flat pattern for the count that I just showed you. On this one, I am thinking that this could be again a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to third here. Now the subway structure here for the third of minute is not really perfect, but again sometimes they are not. By this I just mean the extension here for the third. It is not even close to the 1.618. Even the fifth is not getting to the 1.618. This could mean that wave 1 is considered extended, even though wave 3 is just a bit longer than the wave 1 here. As you can see, wave 1 extension or one-to-one extension would be here. So we just clip a bit higher or lower in this case than that one. So yeah, it is not perfect looking, but it is definitely viable. We had some kind of a flat pattern here on the wave 2, so we could be looking at some kind of zigzag pattern here on wave 4. We would be expecting around 38.2 retracements here to around $800 for the wave 4 as a general rule of thumb. Of course, we would need to look into this structure here to see what kind of patterns can we form here. Other idea is on logarithmic charts, as we did hit the 85.4 on logarithmic scale, and at that point again we would be looking for 5 waves here. I've labeled this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and possible 5 coming down then. Now let me clear that up a bit. For this one again we had that flat pattern here, so we could be expecting some kind of a zigzag pattern here. 38.2 is almost there, but not just quite yet. We could even see a deeper retracement here as wave 3 did extend here. It almost got to the 3.618, which was really bearish move for the third wave, so it definitely has way more room, the wave 4, than usually it does. The invalidation point is basically the same all the way here up at $975, but we'll see how this develops. Now let's take a look at volume before we get into this horizontal stuff. We do see some kind of spikes here on volume, especially on 1 hour. Let's take a look at the daily. We don't have too many daily candles here, but again we see that volume is getting higher and higher, and we are peaking basically here, at least on the moving average side, around this bottom, and now kind of coming down a bit. Let's take a look at 4 hours. This is still climbing overall, so no clear signs what this is regarding with volume. Let's take a look at moving averages. Moving averages are all the way up here around 850. Of course this can come down a bit if time is more wasted here, but we'll see if those come into play later. Volume profile, let's take a look at that as well. We do have a high, that is a point of control, at least on this range here, right where we are at now basically. So we do have a horizontal level right here as well, where we have stopped basically on the Friday, and definitely some area where we have resistance. We had these previous lows here, the candle closes there, and well, this week of course was way lower, but again sometimes we can just measure things or have the resistance with the candle closes. Let's take a look at closer on the current structure that we had from the lows. I haven't labeled this yet, so I haven't seen any pullbacks of significance. So I'm just going to share some ideas here. So we are saying on all of the counts that we have ended here and not here. I guess we can't really say that we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because this is, again, it can't be a diagonal, even though these are overlapping. Wave 5 would be way larger than needed. Yeah, it doesn't have the right look either. So yeah, definitely could be saying that we have C wave here. How did I have it labeled? 1, 2. Yeah, this doesn't look good either, to be honest. With this one, we would have to say either 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 here, or 1, 2, some really small 3, 4 and 5 here. So it is not perfect, this counter either. But again, just by looking at this structure here, we could be seeing some kind of 5-way structure here. We do have the divergence on smaller time frames, which would be expected for the end of a wave structure. as we are getting higher prices but lower on RSI, creating that divergence. Can we call this divergence here? I guess we can, also on volume, although the price didn't really rise too much, as we are stuck in these ones, or these highs here. But yeah, I would be expecting on Tesla that we are correcting a bit downwards, and indeed, if this is the wave 4 that we are expecting currently, at least on some of the counts, we could be looking for the 5-3-5, meaning an A, B and C pattern, or again just a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I'm more leaning towards the corrective side at the very moment, but again, we'll see how far this C wave would get up if this indeed is a zigzag pattern. But yeah, my play is going to be looking at the retracement here. We could only correct 38.2 here, where we had this previous wave 4 or possible wave 4. Again, let me label that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, something like that. And let's use this as a minute as well. But again, we would like to see more lower targets like the 0.5 and the 618 here hit. We do have the support here around the 618, the golden pocket with these previous highs. And let's take a look at the volume. Yeah, we do have a bump in volume here. Have a bump in volume as well on the 50 area. Most volume here on this little bit here, where we could get stuck, of course. We don't need to get really deep here, as it is a wave B that we are expecting and not a wave 2. Yeah, but that is basically my ideas. I'll try to look for the subwave structure here on the ABC play, or the B play here, or B wave play, to see that we have 3 waves here coming down, and when that ends I could be taking along. But we'll see if that turns out well. That's pretty much all I want to share on Tesla today. Let me know if you have another asset you would like me to cover next, and link to my Discord server in the description if you want to join. And again, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.